Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the Nova Earrings Kit by Beadaholique. Now these are exclusive Beadaholique kits that we offer only at beadaholique.com, and we have 5 beautiful color varieties for you to choose from. So these are going to be just really gorgeous dangly earrings, so we have some silver and gold there for you to choose from, and you can shop the website to get all 5. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through the very simple steps to make one full earring, and then of course naturally you'll just simply repeat to make the second earring. So what do you get in your kit? You're going to get your findings, and for this kit that includes 2 earring hooks, a couple of head pins, and a couple of eye pins. We're going to give you 2 different sizes of beads. We have 8mm here and 6mm. And then I have 3 different sizes of bead caps, and we're going to be using those and kind of stacking those in this design, and I'll show you how to do that. So very simply for tools, the only tools that you're going to need are very basic tools. So we have a pair of flesh cutters, a pair of chain nose pliers, and a pair of round nose pliers. So if you have everything ready to go, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to work our way from the bottom up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my head pins. Now it has that little tail there at the end, and that makes it different from an eye pin. So this is our head pin. So we're going to string on one of the smallest size of our bead caps with that little bead opening sort of facing up there. So it looks like a little flower that sits there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to string on one of our 8mm beads and string that all the way down. And then take the largest bead cap that you have and go ahead and string that on top and let that sit right on top of that bead. And then finally take another one of those small bead caps and we're going to flip it over so that it sits as though that little flower is facing downwards. So this is what we have so far on our head pin. Now we're going to take our round nose pliers, come in here right at the base of that eye pin, or excuse me, right at the top of that bead cap there. And we're going to bend that backwards till it has a nice little angle just like so. And we're going to wrap it up and over the top of our round nose pliers. And you'll probably need to rotate just a little bit to bring that across and to make a little simple wire loop. Now come in with your flesh cutters and get as close as you can and snip that little tail of the wire off. So now what we can do is we can take our little chain nose pliers here and we're going to come in and we're just going to close up that little loop there at the bottom just by giving it a little squeeze. So we have our first little component. Now we're going to move on and we're going to pick up one of our eye pins. And for this one we're going to pick up one of the medium-sized bead caps, again with that sort of flower then facing upwards. We're going to string on our 8mm bead and another one of our medium bead caps. So we have a nice little component there. So again, we're going to do something very similar here. Oops. We're going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to bend that backwards and sort of pinch it and go up and over the top, same as we did before, rotating our pliers and bringing that around right in front of it to make that little simple wire loop. So now we're going to go ahead and come in with our flesh cutters, give that a little trim, and take our chain nose pliers there and just sort of adjust our little loop. Just make sure it's nice and closed. Alright, so there's our next component. So for the last component here, we're going to take one of our small bead caps, again with the opening facing up. Now we're going to take one of our 6mm beads, slide that on, take another 6mm, or excuse me, another of the small bead caps and slide it on top of that 6mm. And come in with our round nose pliers again, give it that nice little bend going backwards and up and over the top. Bringing that across and coming in with our flesh cutters to give that a nice little trim. All right. So now we have our 3 components built and ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, work our way from the top going up. So we're going to come to the bottom loop and just give it a little twist. And this is our medium component. So we're going to attach it to that bottom component there and just close that up. And then go ahead and move to this top piece here. I'm going to rotate that in my hand. and just give it a little twist, open that up, and we're going to slip that on. Close it up. And then to the other side here, now this is that one little loop that I didn't really close well, and that's okay because we're just going to open that up, slip on our earring hook, and now we can close up our loop. There we go. So there you have a Nova earring. So that is one earring there, and like I said, you just repeat that entire process to make the second earring. So you'll have enough components to make one full pair of the earrings. So go ahead and choose your favorite color and enjoy. Again, you can get all of these beads and supplies by heading over to Beadaholique.com.